Good evening. We start with the latest development on the incident that happened at Roche Caiman on Saturday. The police have confirmed that two sisters lost their lives. The 37-year-old was certified dead on arrival at the Seychelles hospital, and the 43-year-old, who was admitted to the intensive care unit, passed away last night. The two other passengers, a 34 and 54-year-old, were also admitted to the Seychelles hospital, where they still are. The police spokesman, Superintendent Jean Toussaint, also gave more details on the incident at Rossaudière in the Takamaka district yesterday. He confirmed that it was a private boat that picked up the two young men who were in distress at Rossaudière. The 20-year-old man is said to have drowned, and the 17-year-old boy was transported to the Seychelles hospital for medical assistance. In the case of the young man who was found dead on Saturday, presumably hanged at Anse-la-Mouche, the police says they are still waiting for the post-mortem results. The police have also confirmed that 10 shops in the Unity House building have been broken into. Police spokesperson Jean Toussaint says they were alerted about the incident at 10 past 7 this morning. Among the burgled shops are a Vision Care showroom, a clothing shop, an electronic shop, a souvenir shop, and Kano supermarket. A breakfast program for state schools started today at the beginning of the third term. This is an initiative of the government to provide children with a healthy breakfast every school day. The Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, accompanied by some high officials from his ministry, went to Glacy and Pointe-la-Rue primary schools this morning as a sign of support for this program. There was a variety of products for breakfast, like cornflakes, sandwiches, fruits, yogurt, chocolate milk, and fruit juice. Minister Valentin said he was very satisfied with the way the program has been going so far, and by the end of this week, we'll get a better idea as to if it is benefiting the children as it should. European Union ambassador, together with some representative of key ministries in the country, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Family, the Ministry of Government Department of Employment, to name a few, assisted a workshop on the update of the Gender Gap Analysis 2021 to 2025 and the Gender Country Profile. The presentation was led by Yannick Kabou, who worked on the report. One of the main analysis that was made was that there are more poor households headed by women than male. Wage inequality in Seychelles is significant. Men earn a wage premium of 16% relative to women. The EU Ambassador, Vincent Deger.
The European Union has commissioned the new action plan on gender equality and women empowerment for external affairs and external action for the period 2021-2025. The updated gap analysis and gender profile are new requirements as per the aforesaid EU action plan. From what I know and from what I read in the expert analysis, Seychelles is already very committed to the gender issue. The fact that your country has signed, ratified and domesticated most of the international conventions and treaties related to gender equality and equity sends a strong message on this firm commitment. We are also pleased to note the adoption of the Domestic Violence Act in 2020. I will particularly be pleased to hear more about measures taken by the government to implement this act.
The Ministry of Health is reviewing its national COVID-19 strategy and response system. This is in a 3-day workshop which started this morning, whereby the ministry is identifying best practices, weaknesses, and lessons learned since the outbreak started in 2020. The Ministry of Health is conducting the review in partnership with the World Health Organization. During the workshop, the healthcare workforce will also be discussing on corrective actions to improve and strengthen the country's COVID-19 response. In his address, the Commissioner for Public Health, Dr. Jude Gédéon, said that such reviews are crucial in order to know where Seychelles stands in regards to its national COVID-19 response system.
This will put Seychelles among the 60% of countries in the Afro region that has done the review already. More importantly, the result will allow Seychelles to know where we are when measured against others. Everyone here today has been involved in one way or another in the COVID-19 response. We started as learners, and today, while we are still learning, we are on better footings than we were when we started. We have lived through one of the biggest pandemics in humankind existence. Suffice to say that the IAR, we hope, will be like a health check of the country's response.
The Secretary General of the International Francophone Organization, Louise Mouchi-Kewabo, met with President Wavel Ramkalawan at State House this afternoon. Mrs. Mouchi-Kewabo is in Seychelles on the invitation of President Ramkalawan. Mrs. Mouchi-Kewabo also met with the Minister for Tourism and Foreign Affairs, Sylvestre Radegon, and the Minister for Fisheries and Blue Economy, designated Minister Jean-François Ferrari. She has reaffirmed the organization's support for Seychelles to further promote the French language nationally. The Secretary General of the International Francophone Organization will also be visiting nearby Francophone countries, Madagascar and Mauritius, upon her departure from Seychelles. Change at the head of the French embassy here in the Seychelles. After 3 years in office, Dominique Mas will be stepping down in the coming days. Appointed by the French Prime Minister, the next French ambassador, Olivia Berkeley-Christman, a law graduate, a diplomat for several years, and until now stationed in Germany, will take over from Dominique Mas. She is due to take up her duties soon. We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching. Good evening.